What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today we have a few Reddit stories we're going to be going over, so if you could like the video, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and hey, how's it going? My name's Ratboy. Let's get into it. Here's a good one. Let's go ahead and get started with this. This is what was on r/relationships. My girlfriend, 24 female, asked me, 32 male, if I'm okay with her meeting a guy she met on Tinder before we started dating. Tried to make it look like she was just going to meet a friend. TLDR, I'm not going to read that. Sorry, my previous post was removed as it looks like it didn't follow the rules. I've been dating my girlfriend, 24 female, for 3 months. We spent the last 2 weeks apart since I had to return home, but we talk constantly and video call almost every night. Recently, during one of our calls, she made some offhand comments that made me uneasy, like joking about wanting to try a lot of different food, referring to men, and kept mentioning that we'd only been dating a few weeks. Then she mentioned a foreign friend, male friend, was coming into town and asked if I was okay with her meeting him. I didn't mind initially, but after asking a few questions, I realized this friend was someone she met online about 5 months ago, likely on Tinder. She only met him once and they planned to have dinner, drinks, and probably go clubbing. When I pressed further, she admitted this guy has a girlfriend and daughter, but cheats frequently with a lot of women. He even travels there just to cheat and lies to all the women he meets. When I expressed concern, she quickly downplayed their relationship, saying they barely talk and that she doesn't even want to meet him anymore. She showed me some screenshots, but in them he was calling her baby and saying, "You know I like you." Initially, she got upset with me, claiming she was being honest by telling me everything up front and asking if I'd prefer she didn't. After seeing how hurt I was, she apologized and says she only cares about me and won't talk to him again. I can tell she genuinely regrets it, as she realizes this might cost her our relationship. Our relationship seemed perfect until this incident, and she looks like she really regrets everything. How should I handle this situation? This is not uncommon. Whenever women are trying to cheat, whenever they are trying to step out on their relationships, whenever they're trying to step out on their men, they will look to they'll look to Tinder. And let me just go ahead and say this isn't a man she knew from before. She's still actively on Tinder in this relationship, and she was just meeting with random dudes. She decided to, I guess, tell her boyfriend she was going to meet this one dude to see if he was okay with it, and obviously he wasn't okay with it. She got caught and he called her out. And a lot of times when women get caught cheating and get caught attempting to cheat, get caught trying to cheat, the first thing they will do is get upset. They will get upset and they will say, "You know what, I was being honest with you and you took it the wrong way," and all this. None of that matters. The only thing that matters is that this woman got caught cheating. She tried to explain her way out of it. She didn't. If this guy stays with this woman, she is going to continue this behavior. This is not going to stop her from meeting dudes on Tinder, from trying to meet up with these dudes and have them blow her back out. This isn't going to stop her. This is just going to help her do it better. You've just taught her that now she has to be a little bit more careful when she's talking to you about random friends she meets online. The next friend, she will be sure to tell you that the next friend is 100% female and that y'all will be at, it'll only be around women. And all the while it's going to be nothing but dudes she met on Tinder and Bumble and all the other ones. And they're going to take turns blowing her back out. So, the only time these women regret doing stuff like this is whenever they get caught. Every single time. And there's the stories about how women, they'll drink a little bit and then they'll hang out with a friend that's always like them, and then that friend will try to make a move, but they only kissed. They didn't do anything else. But then she was too drunk and she had to go home with him, but they slept in the same bed, but nothing happened. Nothing happened, you guys, okay? No, she's not that type of girl. These stories are everywhere. And men fall for this stuff. This is what's crazy, is men actually fall for this stuff, and they'll say, "But I promise he doesn't even like women. He bats for the other team. He doesn't even like women. And we did sleep naked, but that's because all of our clothes got wet in the ocean." Okay. And yeah, it accidentally slipped in once, but I didn't like it. I promise. I didn't like it. It was way too big. Yours is perfect. Yours is the perfect size. His was way too big. It hurt. Yeah, guys fall for this all the time. This isn't uncommon. This happens to so many men, and it's going to keep happening because men keep falling for this. This is one of the biggest red flags. And yes, they've only been dating for, what did it say, a few weeks, 3 months. They've only been dating for 3 months. So you got to think she's been cheating on this man for 3 months, and this is the first time he actually kind of caught wind of it, and it made him mad. This relationship is not going to last. And as you can see, the post was locked. Posts on Reddit only get locked whenever the person is getting, this dude is getting dragged for this entire this is just so pathetic for a guy to even consider keeping this woman in his life. Just get rid of her. She is done. She needs to be discarded. This woman is for the streets. She's for the highways. She's for the interstates. Like, leave her alone. Okay, kick her out. Kick her to the curb, put her behind the dumpster, send her in with the recycling. You cannot change these women, okay? She's actively on Tinder in a relationship. There's really nothing else to say. And even if she wasn't, and you got to understand that everything this woman told this man is a lie. This whole story is a lie. Like, nothing happened the way he's explaining it, because she lied to him, because she knew that if she was being honest, then the payday would go away. Okay, he's the payday. He's the breadwinner. He's paying the bills. Women like that. Women like men that are going to be actively paying bills, actively giving them money, actively paying for their hair and nails and stuff. They like that. So they're going to lie to try to keep that in their life. This dude is getting finessed for everything he's worth, and it's only been 3 months. Just get rid of her, dude. Get rid of her. Find someone else. Find anyone else. Get a dog. Get anything is better than a woman that's going to be actively on Tinder, actively meeting up with Tinder dates, telling you they're like foreign exchange students or whatever the hell she said it was. She is completely brain rotted and ran through. There is no fixing anything like this. She's worthless, useless. Go ahead and hop in on to the next one. This is from a woman, believe it or not. My boyfriend doesn't believe in apologizing for anything not his fault. Interesting. Let's read. I've, 23 female, been in a relationship with my boyfriend, 23 male, for almost 3 years now, and we frequently argue about this conflict in opinions. He doesn't believe in apologizing for anything that he feels is not his fault, because it would seem dishonest and disingenuous. An example, last night I hurt my foot, and after it started bruising, I tried to get my boyfriend's attention by calling in him and showing him the bruise. He was on his phone and he didn't seem to notice. Eventually, he looked up at my foot and went back to texting. I was visibly annoyed at his action and immediately told him what I was feeling and what caused it. He became defensive and claimed that I was placing blame on him and that he simply didn't notice. I felt that he was being mean, and the argument escalated. Throughout the whole discussion, he kept reiterating that he would never apologize for anything that wasn't his fault. I was dumbfounded and tried explaining to him that even if he didn't mean to, he still hurt my feelings. He made a point that I shouldn't have been visibly annoyed at him in the first place. Ultimately, I want this relationship to work, and I want to bring this issue up to him one day, but I would need to have a strong argument, as he is quite stubborn and a logical person. I want to understand him, so please let me know if I'm being unfair. Yeah, so men, let me tell you something. This guy is right. Don't apologize if something isn't your fault. Like, if you didn't actively do something, there's no reason why you should apologize for anyone. Don't go around apologizing to people. That's like the worst thing you can do. Okay. Just don't apologize if you didn't do anything. Well, why are you apologizing? Stop apologizing. It seems like this woman wanted a little attention. She was a little attention hungry. I don't know if you know this, but women crave attention and validation. And she bruised her foot, and she wanted her boyfriend to look at it and be like, oh no, and maybe go get an ice pack and like baby her. You know, women say they don't want men to act like their fathers, but then you see posts like this and you're like, did daddy not love you enough? What's going on here? So she's wanting some attention, and he is obviously in on the game. He doesn't want anything to do with it. I'm not sure why he would apologize. Maybe it's because he didn't care. I mean, who's going to care? You got a bruise on your foot. People get bruises every day. Okay, this isn't anything new. Okay, so what I would recommend is maybe not doing this. Okay. You had an expectation that your boyfriend would drop everything he was doing and come over to you and whatever. And he was obviously doing something way more important on his phone, probably something that was bringing joy to his life instead of complete aggravation, which is what you probably do because you just started an argument out of nowhere. And I'm not sure why. Why would you want to argue? Why do women want to argue? Is a really good question. I kind of want to ask them, like, why do women start arguments? This guy, he was minding his own business. He was looking at his phone. You were the one yelling at him and calling him and trying for him to come look at your feet. Nobody wants to see your nasty feet. Okay. He doesn't like feet. Majority of men don't care about feet. Put your feet away. Put a sock on, cover up the bruise. Nobody wants to see your nasty feet. Okay. This is another entitlement issue where she was probably babied her entire life. You know, she's 23. She's just got out of her parents' house and her dad probably babied her. And, you know, every time she got a scratch or a bruise or got her fifis hurt, he was always there to wipe the tears and to get the ice packs and to get the Band-Aids and to nurse her back to health. And now she's realizing that a lot of men really don't care. And a lot of men are not going to treat you like your dad treated you. It's just not going to happen. If you want to be treated the way your dad treated you, here's what you need to do. Okay, women, any woman listening, if you want to be treated like your dad treated you, it's super easy. What you need to do is you need to go live with your dad.